So before I give you this week's episode, you gotta go follow me on Instagram. Hey yo guys, what's happening? It's your boy Rain TJ back again with another episode of Just a Thought. And this week I want to talk to you about luck and preparation. Now, what is preparation and what is luck really? See, someone once told me when I was a kid living in Trinidad that there is no such thing as luck. Luck is when preparation meets opportunity. So, what is preparation? I feel like preparation first starts with understanding prioritization. Because of that, I want to share this piece of advice with you that I got from Mac Farlane when I lived in Trinidad. So in Trinidad, the school system, it's a little different. You have like an extra year in high school and it prepares you for university. So in Trinidad and other Caribbean islands, they go by the grade system. And when you go to high school, well, some of them in Trinidad is actually standard. So you go standard 1 to 3 to 4 to 5. And then from that, you do your exams to go to high school. So your standard 5 in Trinidad is the equivalent to grade 6 in America. And then when you go to high school, Form 1 is equivalent to grade 7, all the way up to Form 5 being equivalent to grade 11. Now, you do an exam in the Caribbean in Form 5, and from there you graduate. You could go out into the real world, or you could do Form 6, which is a 2-year program. And lower 6 is your grade 12 here in the United States. Upper 6 is your first year of college. And for me, I remember in like the ending of Form 6, Mr. Mac Farlane, he's this artist in Trinidad. He creates costumes for Carnival. That's what he's probably most known for, but he's also an interior designer, an organizer, an event planner. He's a creator, and he came to my school at the time and was doing a speech, a talk, and he was talking about the troubles he faced as a high school student and trying to make it in life. And for some reason, I took the opportunity to talk to him. I told my principal, if she could allow me to speak to him afterwards, because a lot of the things that he was saying really resonated with me, like leaving home on days off, on weekends to go to school to do art. Those were things that I did as well, staying back in school late, sleeping over in school to do art. So she gave me the opportunity by calling me out to present him a gift when he was done. Or no, she had some girl present him the gift. I presented a gift to his right hand man, Conrad. And taking that opportunity, being close enough to him to whisper a word to him, I was like, hey man, I love what you had to say. Will I be able to speak to you afterwards? And from there, we got to talk to him, spend like, I don't know, 10 minutes talking to him. And months later, he ended up calling me to be a part of something with some kids and do a sculpture and this, that. And it was going to be great, but it wasn't in the cards for us. Life didn't allow it to happen. But what life did allow was for him to then say, this kid is serious. Like, let me take him under my wings. So right after graduating Form 6, I became an apprentice for Mr. McFarlane. And I remember one day helping him out with stuff. He came in the office and he was telling me about this story that he just read that morning, and it was talking about what's important in life and how to prioritize things. And it was almost like a parable. And he said to me, we have to figure out what are the marbles and what are the golf balls in life. And you're trying to fit all these things in a jar. So imagine if you treated, well, not if you treated, but imagine if you took all your small marbles, right, and you tried to put them in a jar. really small marbles, and you fill up the jar. When the jar is full, there's no space for any big marbles. However, if you start off with the big marbles and then you put in the small marbles, some of the small marbles will fall into the crevices between the big marbles, right? Only understandable, only logical. Well, so too is life and prioritizing, which is what Brian got me to understand. Because if you treat, mm, if you try to fill your life with the gadgets, the nightlife, the bar scene, the less important things in life, and that's all your life will be filled with, right? But if you try to fill it up with things of importance, things like family, things like financial standings, things like educating oneself, and then over time you would have room for the less important things, right? So when you put that all together, this sort of prioritizing, like making hay while the sun shines, making do while the sun shines, this type of prioritizing can allow you to be prepared for when an opportunity arises. For instance, Drake, perfect example of practicing his music, doing his thing, prioritizing, as he's even said in his songs and years of saying this, that he would spend time making music or chasing the dream instead of going to parties. How many successful people have said that, you know? And by making those decisions, when someone like Lil Wayne picks up the phone and call you, you have a catalog of things to present instantly at that moment. You understand? You were prioritizing this goal, this dream, this whole time, and you were building this content and amassing all these things related to that, so that when the opportunity came knocking on your door, you were able to take it instantly. And someone else, an onlooker, might say, yo, you real lucky, not knowing how many sleepless nights, how many hours went into such things, And that's kind of what I wanted to talk to you guys about today, just a little bit. Like, what do you think luck is? Do you really think there's any such thing as luck? Because even if you weren't the person to prepare for a moment, someone did down the line. And a lot of people might mistake your luck, your fortune, for simply that face first value, not knowing that at some point in time, labor and sacrifice was traded for these opportunities. Your grandparent may have done something, may have taken the hard route, like live their whole life with two shoes so that they could buy a piece of property for $100, and then that piece of property turn into, I don't know, some property in Manhattan, and now here you are chilling because someone took that opportunity, someone had that vision and was prepared, they chose to be prepared. And that's really just what I wanted to talk to you guys about today. Just seeing if you can understand what it is to prioritize. Because someone else also said, and this guy was a millionaire at the time when he said it. So there's no reason not to doubt what he was saying. A self-made millionaire. And he said, it's like playing video games. Look at the video games we play. No one, unless you're doing it professionally, no one's gonna know or care if you win that match. No one's gonna know or care how well you've developed that player. It's just a game. However, if you take that same time and you build a craft, and you take that craft outside of your home and introduce it to the world, then you can create something of value. Prioritizing the instant gratification of a game versus the long-term gratification of longevity because of your deeds. Talk to me about it. Hit me up in the DMs, comment down below. Let's see what you think. Are you a lucky person or are you just very prepared? I like to think I prepare a lot, a lot. So, just a thought with a rain TJ. And before I go, I just want you to know I just dropped my first music video. You could go check it out. I'm gonna have the link down below. Did it all on my own. The shooting, the music. Well, I had someone help with the music. But other than that, did it all on my own. First attempt. Go check it out. Show some love, and have a great day. Bye, everybody.